So Raw is lore, because I can't say war, because there's nothing that they're a war against except PG and a bit of controversy over Fox that's trying to get SmackDown to go back to its old roots and actually be exciting for once in its life. Now, Shield's last appearance on Monday Night Raw, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns. This will be the last time we will be seeing Dean Ambrose on free TV. So, what was the show? Well, Roman Reigns just addressing everything that's going on. Roman Reigns got to find a way how to get himself to WrestleMania. Seth Rollins, of course, wished the best luck against Brock Lesnar. Dean Ambrose, I don't know what's he going to do. Get pinned again. And again. That's why he's gone, because they have nothing to do with him. He looks in good shape. He seems to have a good charisma around people. If he's able to find work, good luck in your future's endeavors. Robbie E has just been signed to WWE. Congratulations to the dude, but still, you're a TNA faggot, and I can't respect that. Faggot. Now, before they left, Seth Rollins just came out, did a promo. Paul Heyman came out, said, bloody, bloody, blah, you can't beat Brock Lesnar. Bloody, bloody, blah, you can't beat Brock Lesnar. Seth Rollins just brung up the resume and how ridiculous it's been for years for Brock Lesnar. By the way, he has been, in recent memory, he has been struggling against guys that wrestle in Seth Rollins' style and the stature of Seth Rollins, how he had issues with Finn Balor, Daniel Bryan for the past few years. And for the last couple months going into it. So, farewell. Then, so Paul Heyman also did an unnecessary vignette. They take it like nobody has YouTube and shit like this, so bringing up Brock Lesnar's accomplishments on vignette wastes promo time and erases ring time, so obviously they did an impromptu match with the returning Shelton Benjamin that's supposed to be on SmackDown. So Shelton Benjamin came up and lost to Seth Rollins via curb stomp in a decent athletic match. Now, this is a match that I wanted to see a year back, because I know Shelton Benjamin is a great singles competitor. He's not that much of an interesting character, but he's incredible in ring, and his athleticism is great, and still, he could still match current athletes today, so that's how good he is. So Paul Heyman associates with Shelton Benjamin, it looks like, so he went to the first match of the night. It was an alright match. Little sling blade, little drop kick, little super kick, missed Rollins splash, bloody, bloody, blah. You know a Seth Rollins match if you see it. Sadly, over the entire match was just wrestled for Shelton Benjamin and a good kick to the face off the apron. You didn't get to see that little toss his leg up, and he does a spinning heel kick for a counter. So that sucked. So next up was an Intercontinental title rematch involving Finn Balor and Bobby Lashley after Seth Rollins beat Finn Balor. So that was just immediately after the match that they just had. So no breathing room for WWE for 3 hours. You don't have any breathing room. You just, after that match, you go to the next. This took 2 commercials for just the finish, coming out of the Leo Rush, ringing the bell for a distraction. And then Bobby Lashley got to spear off Finn Balor from a springboard. So that was literally the match in a few minutes, even though it took 2 commercials. It's shorter than it looks, but WWE wants to make it so extra involving the commercials that you make a match drag out and people want to take it off because you put 2 commercials in a 3-hour show involving a match. This is worse than the NFL's commercial sprint. It's been like half the drive into play, and we already have a commercial. And the first quarters are always worst at that. So Lashley just has McMahon coughing to death, noticing that another Nigra just won a championship. Kofi Kingston won't, though. Dana Brooke returned after Ronda Rousey addressing the fans on why Becky Lynch is your hero and shit like that. Just bringing up a heel promo, then Dana Brooke come out of nowhere. Bringing up the open challenge BS and how you think Dana Brooke, I forgot that she's still employed. Then she got her ass handed to her because we like to shovel young talent. Just bringing a bleak-ass babyface promo with her fake-ass face. How disinteresting Dana Brooke is because you're fucking with Dolph Ziggler. That brings you to instant depression. And then just get shoveled on live television because there's really not that much interesting about Dana Brooke. Then we went into, of course, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable just keep getting shoveled because they're not that interesting, and I just wouldn't see Bobby Roode as a independent competitor, just winning the Intercontinental title a few times and shit like that. And then Chad Gable just comes out of nowhere. I need to find a tag team partner. Have you ever heard of Beer Money? And that's how they just went to make a tag team. It was a lot of rest holds off against Bobby Roode. They could have just made Chad Gable just typing up the match a bit and then Bobby Roode to slow it down, but they let Bobby Roode and Aleister Black and Ricochet have it. It was really just a boring match, and this could have been way better. But when it popped up, and then it just ended with a decent finish. Involving the Revival interrupting the matchup and leaving it by disqualification. Yeah, by disqualification, I think. So the Revival came and interrupted the match, and it seems like they're still trying to make this feud happen with Ricochet and Aleister Black, even though they have still the tag team tournament, so this makes no sense. Then we had a Moment of Bliss that was so ridiculous. Why didn't you just make Moment of Bliss a backstage segment? People would eat it up. You could have made it a reality show based thing, have a few chairs, have a Titantron, blah, 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 blah. You don't have to waste ring time. That's why I hate promos now in the ring. It makes no sense. It wastes time. It wastes everybody else's time that feels like they're just setting it up for no reason. Especially when you have 3 hours of television that could have just went to the in-ring talent and a few moments of good promos that could be backstage. What happened to those days? And Alexa Bliss just wasted all her time to just say that she's the new guest. She's the new host of WrestleMania, even though she's a wrestler. So bloody, bloody, blah. There wasn't that much interesting to that. And she just said, "You're welcome." I love Alexa sometimes, but sometimes she could waste my time. Next up was Elias getting interrupted again. Impromptu beating up a jobber scene with no Jose from NXT from a few years back, just getting jobbed out, losing every single match unless you're a lower jobber, Kurt Hawkins or Zack Ryder, or Mojo Rawley. You get pinned clean by this fucker, and this guy got his hair green. This man got his hair green! No way, Jose, you are now gay to me. To that, get beaten up by Elias, you wasted my time. You didn't even go into a match. Or a hardcore match. Just bring back the hardcore belt for the jobbers. It's obviously not working for them. Next up was involving Natalya versus Nia Jax. It ended up by disqualification. Beth Phoenix came out of nowhere. Beth Phoenix was a guest with Natalya, and they're trying to build up this feud with Nia Jax and Natalya. With Beth Phoenix. It's cool. I want to see Beth Phoenix back on the ring. I need real women. I need women that look like they can beat the other person up. I love Beth Phoenix. I'm shocked that they still made her a Hall of Famer so early. But it looks like the woman still can go. Even though she looks like my teacher. That's weird. And I hate Nia Jax, so if she gets pinned clean by a alumni, that'd be cool. Next up is Batista, being 2010 Batista. Just having a lot of niggas in suits trying to barricade him from Triple H and just asking for a WrestleMania. It's like, I want it. I want it. You want it? I want it. 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 I want you to come to the MCU film, bro. No, it's involving their WrestleMania match. Their WrestleMania match. Just a WrestleMania match. That he wants to retire Triple H at. So whatever they're trying to do, Batista's trying to ruin Triple H's career. Whatever's going to happen, it's obviously Triple H's babyface, so you know what that means. He's going to win. He's not going to shovel, he's just going to win. That happens before. It happened before. And it ruined feuds. I need Batista to win. I want Batista to show up regularly on Raw again. It fucks me up whenever you have these talent and you fuck them up. Side to Lashley. Side to Bray Wyatt. Side to a lot of niggas that are not in the company anymore, are just injured right now. This was a gay promo. You could have just had this in a ring alone, or at least have him showing up on Titantron, not this gay shit with security guards. Batista's a one-man wrecking crew. I understand he's a money-making machine. The guy's a really famous actor now. Shit like that, so it makes sense, but this was dragging a lot of TV time. There's a lot of in-ring segments that involve promos, even though you could have this backstage. Next up, the Kurt Angle addressing his future involving his retirement match in his final match in the WWE involving WrestleMania. So that's nice. Apollo Crews wanted to match him up in a decent match and was showing Apollo still athletic, blah, getting pinned clean. And Kurt Angle just waiting for his next opponent. I hope Kurt Angle just has a good feud with somebody. Next up, Roman Reigns returning to the ring after beating Baron Corbin. He gets a matchup against Drew McIntyre. Yeah. No, I mean Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns, where he got his ass beaten so badly, he took a kick right to the face, and somehow it went to Dean Ambrose having a personal gripe with Drew McIntyre, even though Drew McIntyre beat him twice. So we had a rematch with him in a Falls Count Anywhere match. It involves two gruesome scenes. I thought Dean Ambrose was really gonna win this, doing everything. He's taking it outside. He's using the bloody blahs. He's using the extra material from outside from the ramp. Beating the crap out of him until we have to know this is Dean Ambrose and he's leaving, so we have to make him lose clean so we can make McIntyre look strong and dangerous with using a pen. And Renee Young is like, I won't get dick for a week with this shit! And it just ended up with McIntyre winning and Dean Ambrose looking like a chump. And getting kicked so hard while getting locked up somewhere. Chained somewhere and getting kicked to the face. So that's like a sad ending to Dean Ambrose. Losing every day, losing every week, except that time in CC3 where they traded wins. That was it. That was Monday Night Raw, Maggle. I give it a fucking 5. The main event was pretty good, but they should have had a better finish than that. Kurt Angle's addresses, I think, they're just rushing WrestleMania matches. It's nearly the exact same shtick as it was weeks ago. They have nothing for the tag division. They obviously have no blockbuster matches except Triple H and Batista. They have no chances for the mid-card. This is why I like the Money in the Bank, because it gets everybody involved and it's actually more bigger things. This is in a big stage. Not everybody's going to watch one pay-per-view on a gimmick match. It doesn't work like that. Hell in a Cell works for any sort of theme of a pay-per-view. You don't have to make a pay-per-view for Hell in a Cell because it's on October. It's Hell in a Cell on a match that's not that interesting. And the characters are not what they seem to be to have a Hell in a Cell match. Like, I don't want to see Ryback and CM Punk in a Hell in a Cell match. I don't want to see Sheamus and Randy Orton in a Hell in a Cell match. Especially while Randy Orton's babyface. I don't want to see crap like that, especially when it has no rhyme or reason. So, I give it like a 5 out of 10 for at least piquing some of my interest. Some Raw should be way better than this. The last few Raws were surprising me, keeping me off guard. Crap like this needs to be checked. This Raw should have been way better. And this review's going to be obviously shorter than my SmackDown review because I have more things to say about that one. Thanks for watching. So like and subscribe, folks.